Welcome to the show. Who's up next? Sunday, 10 a.m. Yeah. We check. Big fella in the chair. King talk, big glare. Gorilla Army in the air. We all there. We all there. West Coast clock on 10. Pacific time we tap in. Best stories, best jams, real ones, not pretend. Welcome to the Who's Up Next show. Turn it up, let the whole block know. Big fella got the mic, it's a go. Gorilla Army in the building, say whoa. Highlights hitting like a straight right blow. Interviews heavy, every question on goal. If you really wanna see who gon' blow, tune in, this the Who's Up Next show. Lights on, cameras tight. New star born live on sight. Big fella ass once talk right. We talk crime, we talk fight. Came from nothing, now they shine. Clip that moment, freezing time. Run it back, headline every Sunday, same time. Welcome to the Who's Up Next show. Turn it up, let the whole block know. Big fella got the mic, it's a go. Gorilla Army in the building, say whoa.
Welcome. Hey, man, welcome to the Who's Up Next show. It's your boy, the Big Fella. You know what it is, man. Same thing every day. Great to have you guys joining us today on the show. I'm going to have the Chaos Club on the show, a bunch of other stuff we're going to go through. It should be a real good one. We got a couple of new features that are happening on the show. Now that I have engineer, to help out with the show, things went a lot smoother than normal. So I'm excited about that for sure. I think you guys are going to enjoy everything we do. I'll bring the Chaos Club in a little bit. Obviously, there's some stuff that I want to take care of right now before we even get into that. We got our NCAA news with a new format. We got our normal. We got a bunch of video clips today, and then we definitely added in a special thing from Complete College Prospects that's now a part of the show when it comes to showcasing athletes that have been rated over there. Something that should have been a no-brainer, thanks to the engineer for hooking that up and pointing us in the right direction so that we could get this thing done and just, get the information out there that need to be out there. So let's go ahead and run. The new format is so crazy for me because let me respond. No, I ain't typing nothing. Good morning. I see your comments. Good morning. Let me run the news in its new format, and we'll talk about it.
Breaking now, spotlight on the stories they ain't told yet. Clock's ticking, turn it up, we're just getting started. Who's up next? Names you don't know, making big moves. Who's up next? Right on the edge where the headline proves. Who's up next? Future in frame, every fact, every check you're watching. Who's up next?
Hey, welcome back. That's the NCAA news. We're going with that new format because it plays it out instead of me have to run through the clips. I thought it was a genius way to do it. But discussing some of the things that were in there. Look, the G Leaguers, the G Leaguers, when it comes to basketball, they're going to stay. There's a lot that happened this past week. And I'll repeat this stuff towards the end of the show. The NCAA has the initial first vote on 5 years eligibility flat 5 and 5 has been passed. They held the vote this last week. It was passed unanimously. They're just going to have another vote to figure out whether or not they're going to lock in for this fall for 26-27. And obviously it will grandfather in some athletes. There's going to be some athletes that are seniors that thought they had no time left. If they lock in for 26-27, they're going to get an extra year. That ripple effect will affect high school athletes. Just expect it. It is what it is, but we're going to talk about some of that further in on the show. But yeah, the 5 and 5 has passed its initial vote, And the only one that's left is really just deciding whether or not to implement it 26, 27, which they're going to. I don't know, because it doesn't get better, right? It doesn't matter when you do it. If it's 26, 27, 27, 28, you're still going to run into the same issues. And so that's going to go into effect. I promise you there will be lawsuits, because there will be kids that felt like if it had happened when they were there, they could have got it. But I know people that thought that when it came to the COVID, getting the extra year for COVID, that they had just missed it. And so you can't, it sucks, but it came after you. So there's nothing you can really do about that. But the NCAA has passed the 5-5. As far as the G League, look, guys that went off to the G League, they're going to have the ability to come back, because that loophole hasn't been closed. College is basically semi-pro anyway, so that thing is going to be a thing. Even with the new age limit of 19 or your graduation year, whichever happens first, that still leaves room. Somebody comes out of college, high school at 18, goes into the G League, doesn't like where things are going, comes out of there, they're still within their clock. So technically, it's going to allow for some things to stay the way that they are, and it's just how it is, man. You got to accept it. Don't run from it. Just understand this what it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. But I like the idea of the 5-5. I think that's rocking. And I think we're going to see a lot of kids benefit from that. A lot of schools benefit from that. But except for high school. High school kids, you've been getting screwed. You're going to keep getting screwed. It just is what it is. But look, lock in. It's business. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that a lot on the show today. We have one high school kid. So we're going to get a chance to see what he thinks of the way things are going, and the prospects for himself, because I got a lot of information to put out there when it comes to the show today. All right, let's introduce them there. So the Cast Club is going to be with me all show today, which I'm loving it. I'm going to introduce them, and then we'll click them in as we go after all of that, depending on what we're talking about. We only have Victoria for about 45 minutes, but everybody else I think is locked in. So let's introduce the Chaos Club.
Chaos Club, K-A-O-S. What's up, what's up? Julian's got the plan in his notebook. Snap back till you're captain of the crew. Victoria rolls eyes, but she's laughing hard on her sleeve with a spicy comeback too. Adrian walks in wearing 2 left sneakers. Trips on air, still lands in the frame. Alejandro's got glitter in the blender. Someone hit record, this is how we play. Chaos Club, you never know what's gonna happen when we roll. Push that button, here we go. Chaos Club, we make the rules. Turn every hallway into a cartoon. If you are with us, let it show. You never know. You never know. You never know.
Julian's yelling, team, I got a big idea. Victoria says, relax, I'll make it cute. Adrian pressed something he shouldn't press. Now the lockers all dancing, matching shoes.
Hey, welcome back to Who's Up Next show. Apparently, I don't know if you can see it on your end, but on my end, I'm having some glitches, and it's driving me crazy. But I should have known the day was going really, really too well. Let's bring Julian to the stage, Victoria, Alejandro, and Adrian. What's up?
What's up?
What up?
How did we click somebody out? Who's missing? Oh, somebody's out.
Vicky.
I don't know what happened to Vicky. I clicked her in, but I don't know what happened. So she'll be back in, and then we'll click her in. They're going to be with me for the whole show. I don't know. Say hello to everybody.
What
What's up, guys? What up? What up?
Oh, there go Vicky. All right. Yeah. So they're all going to be with us. Like I said, we got Vicky till about 10:45. The rest of the Chaos Club is going to be with us throughout the show. We're going to bring them back and forth in with discussions and just, everything. But when it comes to you guys, how are you feeling about, your upcoming filming and just getting ready for a June release of your show? How are you guys doing?
I'm excited. I'm excited because everybody's gonna see how our atmosphere is.
Okay. All right. I know we got a lot of things planned as far as like experiments and other stuff. And I got some other ideas too that I definitely want to make sure that we're producing and putting out there. How has it been received amongst your friends, your peers, your family, when you told everybody about it or they've seen stuff?
With
All of the kids, it was fun. All of the kids are waiting for it at my school. At church, everybody's wondering when we're gonna start putting up the everything, and they're actually really excited. They're they're waiting to see the show.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, kids in my school, like, they're excited about it. They're like, oh, like, when's this gonna come out? When's that gonna come out? So like,
Yeah.
they're just really excited about it.
When it comes to interested in it, but when it comes to my friends, they're like excited, like they can't wait until it's out.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, man, I'm happy to have you guys with me locked in for the show. I'm going to click you guys out. I'll bring you guys back and forth depending on what we're talking about. Like I say, it might be one of you guys, two of you guys, might be everybody, depending on what video I put up and things like that. Cool?
Cool.
All right. All right. So I'm excited to have them with us today. A couple of them are athletes. Well, they're all athletes because one does dance and then the other ones play football and whatever else. And they're all intelligent. So it's a beautiful thing. And open. The most important thing, when they saw an opportunity, they took it. A lot of people don't do that. And so they miss opportunities to do so many things. But let's get into this new feature. I want to go over, the big fella's going to do his thing. So let's bring up Elijah Little. He just got rated this week at Complete College Prospects over at CCP. So the way the system works over on CCP is it goes from 1 star to 5 star. There's no reason to do it like everybody else, the normal system, and be like, oh, you're not a 3 star. Well, if you're not a 3 star, then how do you know where you are and how do you know where you need to grow and what you need to do? So we started here. And so kids can get rated at any time. There has definitely been a 1 star. The kid still put his stuff up. He was proud. He raised it up by graduation. He was a 3 star. You're rated on so many different things. As you can see, you're rated on your athletic performance, your college readiness, your NIL readiness. All of that accumulates to, your score. It's an amazing thing. Costs you nothing to go get rated and see where you stand, like legitimately see where you stand. You're going to see why this is important as we go on in the show. I have a video it's going to upset some people, and it's going to open some people's eyes to how this thing works and why it seems unfair. So being able to go to Complete College Prospects and get that part for free, of getting your rating. And then, I'm going to pull some and put them on the show every week so that we're, making sure the kids are being seen. So Laughlin B. Singleton, look, the kid came in at a 2.5 stars. But if we're being honest, though, his 3 stars for his athletic rating is still good. And I've had a chance to go see the video. It's deserved. His college readiness, his GPA is high. And then as far as NIL readiness, he's just not there yet because he needs to grow. His following isn't big. He hasn't put in enough effort into pushing himself on social media so that these schools can see where he is and he can maximize his ability to get money. Honestly, if it was me, and this is just being genuine, I would probably go with, I think I actually agree. I agree. And I think the best thing about Complete College Prospects is that the videos are watched by staff, but the rating is put into the algorithm. So there's no unbiased, and you're going to see why this is important. There's not an unbiased, there's not a biased conversation. Everything is unbiased, right? So you're going to see the important. I'm going to play a video right after. I'm going to push it up in the show, and then I might run it back again for those that came in late, because sometimes the East Coast gets funny and they forget that it's at 10 Pacific. So I would go with 3 gorillas. I think that's appropriate. I truly believe, though, for a 2.5 star, I think that by 2028, he's a 2028. So I think by his senior year, the kid's definitely, his talent is it's there. If he could lift up, I think his talent's going to go up as far as the stars. His college readiness is definitely going to go up because as long as he keeps his GPA on point. And then I think that now that he knows, now that someone has made him aware, I think he's going to work on that other side with his NIL readiness as well. Let's get to this next kid. Tiffany, I'm going to mess your name up, Tiffany, but I'm shooting my shot, right? Tiffany Mushaw. I hope that was right. Apologize if it wasn't. She's also class of 2028. She came in at a 3-star, but you can see where it makes a difference, right? I think her GPA was like a 4.0. So she ended up with a 4 out of 5 stars on her college readiness. She's 3, and her talent as an athlete is amazing. Like it's flawless, right? So I agree with that. Her NIL readiness, you can see she got a better score. I mean, if it was me though, like if I'm biased to the athletic ability, and I truly believe that. Right. So that's just the big fella's rating though. That's the best thing about Complete College Prospects. It goes into so many different categories of figuring out what this person is in their college readiness, hence the name Complete College Prospects. But for me, it's always going to be more about the athleticism on my show. And so for me, I think I honestly think she's 4 gorillas for sure. But I love, and again, softball, they normally end up committing by the time they're juniors going into their senior year. So I'm pretty sure that she's going to see herself probably committing in this next school year. She's definitely going to college. That's not a question. Yeah, but I think her stars are definitely going to go up as well. I mean, her GPA is outstanding. Her GPA is absolutely outstanding. Let's see. We got Emmanuel Fuller. Another 2028. But my guy, yeah, he got 3 stars, but you can see where he is. He's 3.5 on his athleticism. He's 3.5 on his college readiness, and a 3-star on his NIL readiness. He's actually checking all the boxes for being a junior, a sophomore about to be a junior. He's actually he's on track. If I'm being honest, the kid is on track. Like he's not missing anything. All the numbers are in the spaces that they're supposed to be within range. And so it's a no-brainer. 1, he's going to be a college athlete. 2, he's going to graduate and be able to do all of the college work. And 3, he's also promoting himself appropriately. And I think all of that's going to help him see himself make a lot of money when he gets to college. We're going to talk about that too. But I think we're going to see Emmanuel. It's going to pay off for the kid. It really is. And again, I saw the film. I'm different, right? For me, I know it seems crazy, but for me, if I had put his film up, if I had technically myself put his film up, I'm telling you right now, and I might. Emmanuel, hit me up, bro. Maybe we'll get you on the show. We'll do an interview and everything. But what I saw to date, I honestly think he's 5. That's my honest opinion. Like he's a really good athlete. And I think that, but all of them are really good athletes. That's the crazy part. Like they all have a bright future ahead of them. And I think everything's going to be all right. Let me bring Julian in real quick. Hey, Julian, what's up, man?
What up?
How do you feel about like the system? Because pretty soon your time's coming, where you're going to be in there and, outside of what you do at the Chaos Club, you're in high school. So you're definitely going to be up for, a CCP high school rating.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the way the system is set up?
I feel like, yeah, it's good. Like it feels proper, like giving like the kids like the confidence, like the belief, like actually like rating them, not by like an actual system, but or not a system that judges them, like that knocks them down, but like gives them like an ability to see like what improvements they have to do, but not in in a bad way, like so to speak. So it's kind of like a positive way, like to like make improvements and stuff.
If you had to judge yourself today, what star athlete do you think you are?
3 to 3.5. I wouldn't say I'm too high, but I wouldn't say I'm too low.
Okay, I love the confidence. I
Yeah.
absolutely, I love the confidence. You got to feel like that. Look, if you're an athlete, you have to be confident in what you do. And that's the one thing about the Chaos Club. All of these kids exude confidence, and that's what makes them funny and fun. And I think that the show's going to be amazing because of that. It's the right group of kids, and the fact that they could come on and do something like this, I think, is amazing, and not lose track of what they need to do. Let me bring in Victoria real quick. Vicky, so dance is a little different, right? So if you, on a scale of 1 to 5, from a dancer's perspective, I know you're still young, but where do you think you would be on that scale as a dancer today?
I think like a 3.5, a 4. I mean, I definitely not the best, but I've been dancing for a pretty long time. I feel like I could like I feel like I do good enough. Like
Okay.
yeah.
And then what do you believe that you would get on the with, let's say if you were in high school with your same grades, where do you think you would stand on your college readiness if you had those same grades in high school?
With those same grades, I think I'd stand pretty ready. Like I'd stand more on the ready side.
Okay.
Because my grades are pretty good, and I I feel like a lot of teachers tell me that I'm really like mature, that I'm really like ahead. So they
Okay.
said that if
Now,
I keep it up, I could.
more importantly, where do you stand on the social media side? Like, do you have a solid following? Because even for the Chaos Club, you're gonna need to build that up. So how do you look right now on the social media side?
Um, Honestly, I think I'm more on the lower side. I post every day on 2 accounts, and they both, I guess, have a decent following.
Okay. So you actually post on your own account. So if someone's a fan of
Yeah.
yours and went from the Chaos Club, they're actually gonna hear from you.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I love it. I love it. Okay. Cool. 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 All right. Welcome back. Like I said, I'm gonna keep them in and out. We're gonna do this thing. It's gonna rock like that. Let's move to. I said I wanted to show a video that was gonna upset some people. Let's just get to it because it is what it is. Um, what you have to understand in the world of sports. Did I even put that video in here? I'll be mad if I didn't. If I didn't, I'll go get it. Hold on. Let's go see something real quick. Ba, 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 ba. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so when it comes to sports, right? What people are starting to find out is that people are paying these. When you see a kid with a lot of offers, I got the video. I'm gonna play it here in a second. When you see a kid with a lot of offers, the things that you need to remember is that in their early, some of those kids are actually paying. And I know you're going to think that, well, that's not fair, or the system should work better than that. It doesn't, right? It's gonna be unfair. It is what it is. There's nothing really that you could do about that. You got to accept how this thing is going to play out. I've said for a long time, this is business, and you got to lock in on business. You got to lock in on the fact that um, the way that the thing, I've said it, and I'm gonna say it again. It's you have the kids of former athletes, former professionals. Then you have the people that could pay. Then you have the people that are trying to get it to survive, and then you have the people that are working hard every day trying to make it, and they're hoping for a fair shot. I'm sorry, I didn't make the system. It is what it is, and so there are people out there that are paying that assistant coach or that quarterback coach or that running back coach or special teams coach or the shooting coach to give them a verbal offer. And when they get that verbal offer, I've said it before, when you get an offer from one school, you're going to get an offer from multiple, because that's all it takes, right? Somebody now says you're an actual college athlete. That opens the door for everybody else. So if they see you're only getting a certain level of offer, then other coaches in that level. If you start to get some interest from above and people are talking, same thing, right? We're gonna run the video. It is what it is.
Listen, we really like you, and we'd like to give you a scholarship offer.
Coach, thank you so much. Is it a committable offer?
Well, no, not technically, but we really like you, like I said, and let's keep in touch. Let's stay in touch, and then we'll go from there. Now, a lot of people don't know the difference between a committable offer and a non-committable offer. So any scholarship offer that you see a recruit get before the summer before their junior season is a non-committable offer. Legally, you cannot receive a committable scholarship offer, an official offer, until that summer period before your junior year. So I don't say this to discourage anybody that has a non-committable offer. A lot of times colleges will give these verbal offers. Like you can make a verbal offer on a house right now. I'll give you $2 million for your house. It does not matter. It is a verbal agreement. That player could get hurt. That player could completely fall off. They're not binded to that verbal scholarship offer that they give. So you shouldn't put any weight into it. If you're a younger recruit and you hear a coach give you a scholarship offer, you should ask them, is it a committable offer? That should be your first question. There are cases of athletes paying coaches like $2,000 is what a non-committable offer goes for these days. They'll pay an assistant coach. They'll give them a verbal offer so they can post it on Twitter, hopefully enticing other schools. But guys, the great part about football is you will get exposed if you cannot play. So I say this to encourage the people who are frustrated. They see somebody who's a freshman, sophomore, have all these offers, like, man, why does this guy have these kinds of offers? I have more film than him. I play better than him sometimes. Why does he have these offers? Don't get discouraged. A lot of times, do not believe what you see on social media. Focus on getting good varsity film so you can get a legitimate college scholarship when you're junior or a senior.
All right, look, that's the system. I didn't create it. It is what it is. I was having a discussion today about the fact that a lot of times when you hear school, you don't think of business. You hear the word school and you think it's like a charity, right? Like a 501c3 situation. But it's not. In college, school is business. And it works the way it works. And you can say what you want. I know kids whose parents did this and it worked. I do. I know kids that didn't have the film, haven't touched the field in college yet, and yet that's how they got to the Division I level, is through the system of paying people and making things move the way it does. I know it's unfair. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. It's the system, right? I didn't create it. It just is what it is. And I'm not telling you to go out and do it. What I'm telling you is sometimes when you see that other kid with a lot of offers, that thing isn't really a thing. It's smoke and mirrors to create another situation. I know a kid that went to UNLV in the summer. The kid had never played varsity. Matter of fact, he lost his senior year. And he had never played varsity, went to a 7-on-7 tournament at UNLV, walked away with an offer, and no one could understand how. No one understood it. They paid for it. That's how the thing works. That's how the thing works. Let's go with Alejandro. I'm gonna check in with him. Hey, he's a little young defensive end, so I want to see what he thinks about when it's going to be his time, because that's the younger athletes and they're seeing this whole thing in advance. Alejandro, how do you feel about the fact of knowing that maybe the system isn't fair?
I feel like you should have a chance to get a real scholarship before you pay something, like pay a scholarship, because if you pay a scholarship, you really don't know if they're gonna play you or not, and if they don't play you, you're just gonna pay them for nothing and just have a scholarship.
Okay. So it doesn't make you, like, it doesn't discourage you where you think that the odds are stacked against you.
No, not at all.
So you feel like you'll be just fine as you get older and come into this whole recruiting thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, good answer. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's go in and I was going to put Hit World on here, but I was like, because I think I would have got a good response from the Chaos Club. But I didn't necessarily want to do that. just because it can be crazy sometimes. So let's go. Let's get their opinion. Let's get their opinion on AI. I'm gonna continue to put AI up here because they're the generation that's gonna deal with it the most. So I'm gonna continue to put it up here because you're gonna learn something while you're on the show. Oh, no, no, no. You know what? Let's go to cows before we go to, because I don't know if anybody. Let me ask them. Let me bring them on. Let me bring them on. Let me bring them on. All right, club. So do you believe that cows have always been around, or do you believe that cows were man-made? Like what you know today.
I think they've been around for a long time, but like I think ever since like the creation of AI has been here, I think it has like kind of
Well,
brainwashed
let's
us.
not go to AI. Let's not go to AI yet. Just
My
cows.
bad.
Just cows. So you
Cows?
think
I
they've been
don't know.
around a long time, Vicky?
A long time.
What do you think, Vicky?
Yeah, I think they've been for like a long time.
Okay, Alejandro.
Yeah, I think they've been along for a long. I think they've been here for a long time.
Adrian.
I think they've been here for a long time.
All right, let's go. Look, I'm one of those people that believes that you never stop learning new things. And I'm telling you right now, like look, parents, close your kids' ears. I don't know if you're going to be upset, but I believe that you should continue to learn information. I'm always learning. I'm not one of those people that just watches dumb things. I'm a big documentary guy. I'm all about facts and I'm all about learning things that actually matter. And I've now come to the conclusion that school sucks because you don't learn what you need. I mean, you need it to get where you're trying to go. So I'm not saying don't go to school, but it sucks because you don't really learn any information. So here you go. Let's go into this cow thing. It was sent to me. It's amazing.
Cows don't exist in nature. Really? We created cows.
What were they before?
Yeah, what were the first cows? Aurochs.
That's not real.
Yeah, well, they're extinct now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're extinct. We actually bred aurochs, all the best aurochs, the ones that were most docile, the ones that had like the best meat. We bred them into the cows that we have today. Cows, as we know them, don't exist in nature at all. That's partly why they're so destructive to the environment.
Marcus, stop it. You're driving people crazy. They can't focus on the road.
This is a fact, club. So cows that you know today are man-made. They did not exist. They've never existed. The aurochs was a 6-foot tall, like bull-ish type of animal. And then they domesticated. There was 2 different types in India and Africa, and they bred different stuff to get the cow that you see today. How do you feel about, do you think that cows have been in the United States forever?
Here forever. I think they've been here forever.
I think they originated from somewhere else, then like brought to the U.S., but I don't think they stayed in the U.S. forever.
Julian, great job. You know what I'm saying? Cows are not native to the United States. They were brought here through South America and then through Christopher Columbus's second trip here. Because again, and when I was explaining this to somebody that didn't believe me, I had to tell them, like, being Native American, I'm like, do you not believe that we would have preferred to go walk up and get a cow, make something to eat, or go battle a buffalo? And that's all everybody did was hunt buffalo, because the cow did not exist in America. So again, even though we claim to be like the beef capital, we do all of these things, and you have all of these farms. One, the cow is man-made, and 2, and the boros, it no longer exists, and 2, they're not native to the United States. I'm just telling you, like, it's amazing the things you can learn, and I'm always about that. So, you know, we're going to make sure that, like, on this show, I'm always going to make sure you pick up something new, plus you get the sports, and just understand that you got to open yourself up outside of regular school. Like, you got to open yourself up to information. So how do y'all feel about even hearing about that?
I felt like surprised.
Were you surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Was it? Hey,
Yeah.
Trust me, when I first saw it, I had to go look it up because I was like, there's no way. But then when I looked it up, I was surprised. I shouldn't have been. I really shouldn't have been. Because apparently we created, like, cauliflower never existed either. We created it, which is insanity because it sucks and I hate it so much. And I don't know why someone ever. Do you guys eat cauliflower?
Yeah.
Who said yeah?
Me?
Oh no. So the sibling. Okay. Yeah. Why do you like cauliflower?
Because it's almost like broccoli, but it has like a different taste.
You're right. It has a different
I
taste.
like
It's a sucky taste. Look, I'll eat broccoli, but cauliflower is a different animal that I can't mess with. I just can't do it.
I like
But don't
it
listen to me.
I mean,
You
I
like it with
eat
what?
with lemon and tahini.
Yeah.
I have no words. I have no words. My head is exploding. That's how I felt when I heard about it too. All right, club, I'll bring y'all back in. Yeah, I'll get you back in before you have to leave, Vicky. All right, let's get back to the show. This is what we're going to do. This show is about, like I said, it's about sports. I can always tell the people, you've heard me say it before, that just want to see the video clips. That's great. More power to you. But if you miss the information, then you're never going to be where you're trying to be, because this thing is bigger than the sport that you play. There's more at stake, and there's more that's at stake about how you get to play your sport. So I need you to understand that in youth, you get to play your sport. Who said that? Mashed cauliflower is delicious. No, it's not. It's it's not mashed potatoes. It doesn't taste like mashed potatoes. I can never be tricked into believing that it's mashed potatoes. And mashed cauliflower sucks like regular cauliflower. So I want you to understand that this thing is a complete thing, right? Yes, you could be very talented. You could be the absolute best athlete in the world at what you do. But if you're missing the other parts in today's sports, not yesterday's sports, right? In today's world of sports, if you are missing these other aspects, which is an understanding of the world around you, especially when it comes to things like AI, when it comes to the ability to operate and run your business. When you don't do things like that, it used to be that you could just get up every once a month, read Sports Illustrated, go watch some videos, go do what you do, and then maybe that it was going to work out for you, right? That's not the case anymore. You've got to dial in. Your parents better dial in, or you're going to get left behind. The Chaos Club is going to be fine. At the end of the day, they have me in their corner. You know what I'm saying? So that all my information they're going to have to be successful in all the things that they do, right? Not everybody has that. And if you only focus on your sport, I promise you it's not going to work out the way you want. Somebody's still on the cauliflower. We do steamed cauliflower, disgusting. With ranch, delicious, or with lemon and cayenne. I don't care what else you put on it. Ranch tastes good on everything. I kind of feel the urge to send you some, coach. No, you know what I'm saying? I can promise you I won't even put that in my mouth. And I'm still a child when it comes to the things I put in my mouth. I will still and put that on the ground and spit that out. I'm not that guy. I could be at a restaurant and that same thing is going to happen. I'm not going to chew it. I'm not going to swallow it. It's just who I am. I don't have that in me. No. I won't even go to look in Vegas. In Vegas, we have this place where you could go eat in the dark. And I've heard it's actually fun. And I'm never going to go do it. I want to see I want to see what's on the plate. I can't do that. I want to see so that I can judge it up front. And I'm the most judgmental. I'm not a judgmental person when it comes to people, but when it comes to food, I'm extremely judgmental. Like I'm super, super judgmental. And I don't have what do they say? I don't have an expensive palate. I have a caveman backwood palette. Keep it basic and I'm good. I don't do any of that. There's not going to be any snails. I'm not doing any octopus. I've been tempted to try fried squid, calamari, but it just the idea of it, I can't get past it. Yeah, no. My mom said we used to eat like squirrel and stuff when we were little. Because reservation, right? We used to do stuff like that, and I was mad. Like I judged her because I was like, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? I was like, how dare you tell me? You could have kept that secret your whole life. Like, how dare you tell me that I ate squirrels and stuff like that? And then whoever invented potted meat should burn, right? Because spam is terrible. And I already know everybody's gonna jump on here and be like Mitsubi and all this other stuff. No. And my mom, I'm still mad at you for the Vienna sausages. Like, I'm not happy about that, lady. I'm not happy about that at all. So there you go. It sounds like you have a 6-year-old's palate, chicken fingers and fries. Facts. I eat chicken fingers and fries every day. Listen, I can eat chicken fingers and fries 7 days a week for the rest of my life and be just fine. When I go to a restaurant, I need y'all to understand, in case you ever happen to be somewhere with me and you're like, yo, let's go do something. Let's go get something to eat. I'm going to ask you, is there chicken fingers on the menu? That's a fact. Like, I'm asking that up front because worst case scenario, I know I got a fallback. Chicken fingers and fries is gourmet to me. So I don't know what to tell you. Not. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, I want to get into the AI just because it needs to be talked about. And then I'm gonna get into some other stuff where, look, some of you parents want to, you don't want to pay for a trainer or a coach, or you don't understand why it's so expensive. I'm gonna show you why. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you that if you're not doing it, I'm sorry, your kid is behind. It just is what it is, right? But let's get into the AI.
Just came from an AI conference out west, and holy cow, they said to me that what we're going to see in the next 6 months outstrips what we've seen in the last 10 years because the rate of change is on a hockey stick and heading up. And I got to say, I'm pretty up to date on this stuff, and it blew my mind on some of the stuff I was seeing.
In terms of what? What did you see?
Well, there was one company that is selling autonomous coding for enterprises to big businesses, and their revenue is up 100-fold in the last 12 months. So if that continues, it's going to eat a lot of the tech budgets from major corporates that used to go to humans. And so you're seeing the employment of recent computer science graduates fall off a cliff from a lot of programs. If you rewind, 4 years ago, what would we tell young people for a secure career, learn to code? And now the opposite of that is true.
So where are you on jobs long term?
Look, Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, laid it out very clearly, and he's been doing so repeatedly. He's saying we're going to automate away up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs in the next several years, and I believe him. The easiest people to fire are the people you haven't hired yet, which again is why you see the hiring of recent college graduates heading down, and the underemployment rate over 50%. The unemployment rate among college graduates is now the same or higher than non-college graduates for the first time in history.
Look, that's the information, right? So I need you to understand. I used to tell athletes, if you're going to go to school, take coding, things like that. I code, but they don't need you. Coding is a job that came and it went because AI can do it. It can do it faster, it can do it better, and it can do it more complete, and it can change it at the drop of a dime if it's necessary. The fact that for the first time in history, like I know a ton of people that have college degrees do not work in their field, not because of robots or AI, they just didn't. It wasn't whatever. But now it's going to be because you're not needed. There's a lot of jobs. I keep telling truck drivers left and right, look, there's states that they literally, including Nevada, that they use autonomous semis. And they believe that they'll never be replaced. They believe that it's not possible, that they're not going to lose their jobs. And I'm like, yes, you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming. You need to get in front of it. You need to figure out how to pivot and do something else. 28 states, over 50% of the jobs are in trucking. If you get AI into the trucking industry, and they've done it, they've driven millions of miles consistently with zero accidents. It is it's going to be a nightmare, and you just have to embrace it. I keep putting these things on the show because I deal with athletes that are going to school. I want them to get an education. If they have to be in the building, I want them to get an education to be able to do something. And so I'm going to always put on this show sports, but I'm also going to put in education and direction, things that most people don't watch or listen to, the things that I watch and listen to. Business people do all day, every day. That's what they do because they want to be in front of things. The Who's Up Next show, Complete College Prospects, all like we're way advanced. We're extremely advanced. We're ready for the curve. We're way advanced. We do what we do. And we're never going to fight the system when it comes to technology. We're going to make sure technology works for us. And so I'm trying to make sure that you guys get a chance to see it so that you're, one, not afraid of it, and two, get a chance to get in front of it so that when you go to school to play your sport, you are also learning to do something that's going to be helpful to you. Because I can tell you right now, pretty soon Wall Street will just be a bunch of computers that are putting people's money in certain places because the system, the AI system, is going to have a better read on where you should put your money. It's going to have faster decision making about what stock is good, what stock is bad, what's moving quickly, what's a long-term hold, things like that. And so get in front of it and don't. And I'm telling you again, I just want to say this. I'm going to say this every time. For those people, I can always see the people. Good morning, my guy. Those people that tend to drop off when we're on the educational side, those are the people who are destined to fail. Destined to fail. Let me bring, I was going to bring Vicky in, but she had to go because she's high on education. So I was definitely going to bring her in. But this is the way that this thing is leading. And I just want you athletes and parents to be aware. And again, this is a reason to go to Complete College Prospects. I'm gonna always push that. I'm gonna push it heavily now because it's a no-brainer. It's a place that you should be. If you're not there or your kid's not there, you're losing. If you're at any other brand, you're losing. I used to try to be fair and say, hey, there's other companies out there that do this and do that. But the truth of the matter is there's no companies that do what that have the ability, capability, and do what Complete College Prospects does. Period. Full stop. It's that simple. The webinar video is out there right now to go see everything behind the scenes of Complete College Prospects. There's been kids that have just started coming in from Africa because they saw the webinar and now they're dialed in and locked in. And they see the benefit. They see why they should be there. And so now they're starting to come in and become members of Complete College Prospects because they understand the assignment. Americans tend to want to wait and think that it's going to work out. Don't. It's a sad thing every year when I have to see kids that aren't being successful at what they're doing. Let me bring the Chaos Club back in. Except for Vicky, she had to go. She dances. She has to go to church to do a performance, and so that's where she is. And we love her for it. And yeah. But for you guys, how are you feeling about AI in general? And does AI affect your life today?
Yeah, AI kind of affects my life. Like it just helps me with schoolwork and stuff. Like I don't use it like for me like to function like oh my god I can't live without it. But like I just use it like to help me like with my homework and stuff. And like just for like with jobs and stuff. Like yeah, it's gonna like take over at some point. But at the same time, there are like a bunch of errors like in like AI and stuff. So I believe that it's gonna happen, but it's just gonna take a really, really long time for that to happen. For me though, I don't know about
Yeah,
everybody else,
same.
but
Go ahead, Handro.
I think that AI will take over at some point because not only is it really advanced, but people are using it a lot. And the more people use it, the more popular it's going to get and the more powerful it's going to get. So the more powerful it gets, the more things it could do.
How you feeling, Adrian?
I feel the same. Imagine 10 years from now, everything is going to be AI. Um, every everybody's going to be unemployed because AI took every job and stuff.
Look, I'm telling you right now, he's not wrong. I get that there's people that are like, no, it's gonna take a very long time. It's not. You'll be amazed at how many jobs AI is taking today. Yes, there are mistakes, but it depends on what your system is. If you're using a free AI system, yes, it's gonna have mistakes. If you're using a paid AI system that you have to build and input information and do all of these things, it makes less mistakes. And over time, it continues to grow. AI systems have outgrown the people that built them. At this point, the designers of AI have said that those systems are beyond them. So AI is consistently learning itself and rebuilding itself in order to perfect what it does. So I honestly believe you see that they says Andrew Wang said several years, not a decade, not 20 years, just several. I believe in the next 5 years, we're going to see a lot of change. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be good, but it's going to be crazy. But AI can do what a lot of people do. Eventually, yes, right now, plumbers, electricians, they're safe, but eventually they won't be. There's already robotic assisted surgeries and things like that. And so it's, there's just a lot. There's a lot. And I think everybody should prepare for that. And I hope you guys have me. So we'll go through it over time. But let's get into some of the sports stuff. I'm going to play a couple videos. I'm going to come back in. We're going to chop it up. All right, let's go. Well, first I got to do the Firms commercial. Then we coming back and we're going to Watchtower Kevin Moses.
Yeah. This that Firm Talk. Complete college prospect. Baby. Came from the bleachers. Mama in the cold stands. Coach say grace first. You just want both plans. Books in the banners. Cleats in the book bag. Whole city doubt it. We just let the proof brag. Huddle with the fam. They ain't know the process. We turn stress into maps. Turned out into progress. They tryna tax you the dream. We ain't on that. One price, one time. Stamp on the contract. One price, one time. That's the move. We never come up short. We come through. The firm on the grind for your future. We just here to make the dream come true. One price, one time. That's the move. High school to campus, that route true. The firm on the grind for your future. We just here to make the dream come true. Film in the laptop, stats in the email. Colleges tap in, we already pre-sale. Line up the visits, flights, talks, details. Teach you the lingo so you read all the fine scale. No games, no gimmicks. We straight with the blueprint. They play with your time. We sharpen your tools, then locker room prayers. Turn into dorm keys from first down Fridays to cap and gown seats. One price, one time. That's the move. We never come up short. We come through. Never. The firm on the ground for your future. We just here to make the dream come true. One price, one time. That's the move. High school to campus, that route true. The firm on the grind for your future. We just here to make the dream come true. From the court to the field to the classroom. We gon' walk every step when the grad bloom. You ain't just a number on a stat sheet. You a first day freshman with a pack. One price, one time. That's the move. We never come up short.
Hey, welcome back. It's the Who's Up Next show. You know what it is. Your boy, the big fella. We got the Chaos Club joining us today, except for Victoria, who had to go for an event. But we got Alejandro, Julian, and Adrian with us. They're going to keep coming in and out throughout the rest of the show. I'm honored, and it's always a good time for me when they're on. We're definitely promoting the Chaos Club, who should. They start filming this in May. The music video to their theme song should be done here in the next couple weeks. So that'll air over here on the Who's Up Next show and everywhere else. But then the Chaos Club official show should launch, and the first episode should stream in 30-minute episodes, should stream 1st of June, that first week in June. I'm super excited for them. I think it's a big opportunity for them to do what they do and just to bring another thing to their life and to their future. And it's what we do, man. It's what we do. We've always got ideas and things that we're out here trying to make life better for these kids. That's the purpose of, it's the Chaos Club is powered by Complete College Prospects, but it's my kid show. It's going to be Big Fella produced. And so it's just another notch of something that we do, and it won't be the only show. There will be an audition for another young lady to join the club here in a few weeks. We hope to get them out to start once their show has a few episodes. We're hoping to get them out to do a little bit of like public speaking and things like that at some elementary schools, junior high schools. Yeah, that's the thing, right? But this is what Complete College Prospects. This is why I said, man, look, we're not gonna act like we're the same. We're not. Like Kendrick said, everybody else is just not like us. They're not us. They're not Complete College Prospects or the firm. They're just not. The firm is second to none, and Complete College Prospects has no competitors. And if you're not a member of Complete College Prospect, you aren't doing it right, and you're going to come up short. There you go. Hey, the new issue of Trepiam magazine is out. You got to go catch that thing. Go to Real Trepiam or Trepiam23 over at on Twitter. You'll be able to catch the link. You could go to the Who's Up Next show or Complete College Prospects. I know the links on both of those. You can whatever, but you should go catch this edition. The Chaos Club is featured in it, but there's so much other stuff. And then the Global 50 magazine there is being released next month, and then it'll be out every other month. The Global 50 is 50 athletes from high school and youth around the world that are doing their thing in sports and in the classroom and in their communities. And so you'll never know who made the Global 50. There's not an announcement. If you want to know who made it, you got to go read the magazine. It's that simple. You want to know who made the Global 50, you got to go read the magazine. Hold on, in the comments. Watch the movie WALL-E. We're on our way to that life. Kinda. Yes, with the technology, but people don't have to choose to be lazy like in the movie WALL-E. If the people that choose to be lazy because of convenience, I mean, yes. But I think that if we work right with technology and we understand that there's a way for you to be necessary, and not let tech do everything in your life, I think we'll all be fine. But what most people need to understand is if you watch movies, look, governments have everything that we get. Governments have already had for years, if not decades. What comes up next is that they put it in a movie so that it prepares us to see the reality of a thing, right? I was having this conversation as well. That's how it has always been. Realistically, AI was way back in a movie called War Games with Matthew Broderick way back when I was a little kid, right? So that movie already had an AI system in it, and it just kept doing what it does. There's another movie with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe, same thing. These things have been out there being spoken about, preparing people to accept it and not fight it. When you got iRobot, and then there was another robot movie that came out around the same time, that was to prepare you to start seeing robots doing things. And then you got drones, right? Drones, accessible, everything else. And now we do wars with drones. We do a lot with drones. And so these are the things, right? That to prep you so that you see them and you understand and you're not afraid of them. So don't be afraid of tech. Just be prepared to embrace it. Let's go. Let's go Watchtower. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go Watchtower. Kevin Moses.
Yeah. Who's up next? Tell me who's up next now. Pluto to the set, like low, hard jump. Name up on the board, one shot, big stunt. From the Watchtower view, I see them all lined up. Diamonds in the dust, to the right one shined up. They say Kevin Moses, you a long shot kid. How they chant that name every time that I skip. This don't miss, wrist locked in. Hit after hit, yeah, I live that script. From the Watchtower, I keep on finding. Those diamonds in the rough still shining. Kevin Moses just don't miss. Keep shining, young star like this. From the watchtower, I keep on finding little sparks that the world still blinded. Kevin Moses just don't miss. Keep shining, young star like this. Hey, phones in the crying and stay cool, still sweat. Grandma in the kitchen, same groove, same game. Saying, baby, if it glow, they gon' feel that flame. So I drop one song, whole block know my name. How they call the show just to catch my wave. Every underdog dream that I tried to save. I see one kid, notebook, head down, shy. I tell him, look up, that's your name in the sky. From the watchtower, I keep on finding those diamonds in the rough still shine. Kevin Moses just don't miss. Keep shining, young star like this. From the watchtower, I keep on finding little sparks that the world still blind. Kevin Moses just don't miss. Keep shining, young star like this. Hands up high if you feel that fire. Keep shining, young star. One time for the late night ride. From the wide side. Every new turn to one, you're higher. Stay bright, go high. Every rough stone turn to sapphire. From the watchtower, I keep on finding those diamonds in the rough still shining. Kevin Moses just don't miss. Keep shining, young star like this. From the watchtower, I keep on finding little sparks that the world still blinding. Kevin Moses just don't miss. Keep shining, young star like this. Keep shining, young star like this.
All right, that's Watchtower by Kevin Moses. Bunch of great athletes. I'm bringing the club in. Hey, do any of you guys hoop?
At school, I do.
Huh?
All right. So, what'd you think?
That was good. Really good.
He's very talented. For sure.
Yeah,
very
Everybody's
talented.
so talented.
Hey, so when you're hooping at school, like, are you good at it? Are you just like it's just
Nah.
whatever? So you're not good at it at all?
Nah.
I don't play
I
basketball.
don't mess with basketball like I don't play it like so much where like I train every day. Like I'll just play like sometimes here and there, but when I play, nah.
Adrian,
I
you said you
never-
don't touch it at all?
No, I
Adrian,
never.
you never play?
No.
Hondro, so talk to me, bro. Are you good or is it sus, bro?
Nah, I'm good, but like, there's kids that are better than me, but I'm good.
So are we talking about you can shoot, or do you do a lot of walking and carrying the ball? Like, or are you dialed in? Like you could do it by the rules of the game.
Yeah, I could do it by the rules of the game.
Okay. All right. I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. You know, I just wanted to make sure and see where it was at. You know, I know the club is athletically talented. I just didn't know if you guys were talented in multiple sports. I guess that does bring me into something because I think I have a video that's coming up about that. Are you guys all single sport athletes?
I play two sports
Yeah.
at school.
I play two sports. I do track and football.
So you do what, Julian?
Track and football.
Adrian?
Football and soccer.
Okay. Hondro?
Yeah, I'm a one athlete sport.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Like I said, I think I got a video. I'm gonna go over and take a look, and then we're gonna come back with y'all. I think I got a video about, if it ain't on this show, it's definitely on the show. But they were talking about athletes being dual sport athletes and how in today's world that makes for, if you don't dial in on one sport at a young age and then play the other ones, you could play other sports, but that's definitely for fun. But you're dialed in on one sport to perfect, that it puts you behind the curve compared to other athletes who are single sport athletes. And then there's a debate on whether or not that makes for success or not, right? Here's what I'm going to tell you. I've always told kids that I train, a lot of making it to become a professional athlete is luck. Right place, right time, right coaches, right games, right school, just different things. And then if you had to go back, somebody asked a billionaire a question. I'm gonna run that video real quick. If they could become a billionaire again. So then what I'm gonna tell you is, as a former professional athlete, I can tell you what should get you there, right? But making it happen, no one can remake a scenario because something's going to be missing from the mix, right? Something's going to be missing from that thing. This is why you see so many other athletes who have been like the greatest pros, right? Michael Jordan's kids, they could play basketball, but they weren't great. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that because it's hard to reproduce the things you went through, your losses, your hardships, your drive. You know what I'm saying? And so you can tell someone some things to pull back the curtain and let them have a jump ahead of the everyday person. But being able to prove that that's going to happen, it gets complicated, right? Take Diego. He went to after getting in his extra year of playing, he got at Vandy, got to be quarterback, do all these things. Everybody thought he was going to end up becoming a pro. He won the Heisman. Something that has never happened in history, right? He won the Heisman and undrafted. That 2014 thing is a little bit different than his situation. That's why I say never, right? Went undrafted. He has a Heisman Trophy, which should put him at the top of the game and guarantee a first-round draft pick. He went undrafted. There is nothing that can guarantee what you're doing because in some circles, he had a bad attitude. That's the word behind closed doors. He had a bad attitude. He wasn't necessarily the best teammate. He definitely was a little bit cocky about the way he was going to come into the league. There were some things that there was a lot of knock on him, but he thought that Heisman had him locked in. So someone, and he didn't come in highly recruited into college. He had to take the long way around before he got to Vandy and started doing his thing. His story is a typical story, right? The rare story is the young men and women who go directly from high school. They went from youth to high school. They were stars in youth. They were stars in high school. They got to college. They were stars, and then it was inevitable. That story is actually rare. More 4- and 5-star athletes fall out of Division I sports in the first year than anybody else. I'm telling you right now, I know a ton of 4- and 5-stars that win D1 this year. They just graduated in 25. They win D1 this year, and now they're sitting at community colleges at the JUCO level. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I told you, I'm a run it back. Like, this is the perfect time to run it back. So we're just gonna run it back. It's important to understand a lot. Well, I'll run it back towards the end. A lot of people pay for their ability to get those unofficial offers. There's no record of it. They just need one coach that's willing to do it. You saw that the going rate is $2,000 to it's more like 1 to 3 than 2, but 1 to 3, depending on what level of coach it is, to get you that initial verbal offer. There's no record of it, right? And then that hopefully brings in other offers. So it works the same way. Look, I'm gonna just call them out 24/7, same damn thing, right? They have people that are in different states, and depending on who's connected to them, some people, take a payment, put you in there, give you a little rating. That's why nobody knows how to get one, right? I'm not trying to bash y'all. I just want y'all to do a better job. I want you to not be wrong. There's a kid that tried to come to Complete College Prospects, get rated, got outed by us doing our research that he wasn't really doing anything. He didn't really, there was no track record of his accomplishments or even being on a school roster, but yet I could go to NCSA and he's right there. I could go to 24/7 and them and he's right there. The kid was getting ratings from people, and the kid, there's no film, there's no anything. But if you know somebody, you get locked in and it's relevant. 1 or 2 of those, 3 of those, but that's somebody that might be taking your time, your ability to get something. You understand? And so that's the rub of the situation. I'll run the video back in a little bit. But you need to understand that repeating something, no matter what you accomplish, is a lot more complicated than it looks.
Anybody who's a billionaire who thinks they could just do it all over again is lying their ass off. I mean, Oh, interesting. Yeah, for sure. Because, if the internet stock market hadn't just taken off when we were starting AudioNet, you wouldn't even know who I was. That's just, that's just the way it works. And, I think, could I be a millionaire multiple times over? Yeah, because I could hustle, I could sell, I was smart. But the whole billionaire side of it, the hundreds of millions of dollars, that's just insane. And that was luck.
Man, I like this. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that. It's like, you can make money, you can do well, but being a billionaire is just luck, right time, right place, everything. So if literally, if I started you again with all your knowledge today, you don't think you could be a billionaire?
No.
I'm telling you right now, for some of you kids that are busting your butt, it's luck. So you're going to hear people that's like, oh my God, it's 80% talent. And then it's genetics. Okay, cool. No, it's going to work more like this. 25% is going to be your athletic ability. 25% is going to be genetics. 50% is going to be luck. Depending on the sport you play, think about it. You've got to pull up into your school. What if you pull into your school at the same time your year of a freshman is the sophomore year of their starter? You're not playing. Their starter is playing for the next 3 years, so it's taking up 3 of your years. That's the luck, right? But then somebody might come in your senior year, a freshman might come in who's going to be the next him or her, depending on the sport or what they do, right, is going to be that next person in line. They lose their freshman year, but then they have 3 years to run wild by themselves. It's the luck of the draw in that scenario. It's the luck that maybe you get hit the way someone else gets hit, or you're at bat and you take a hit in the hand. Somebody else walks away from it, but it fractures your hands or breaks your hands, right? You're in volleyball, maybe you come down and you crack an ankle, but somebody else has that same injury and they're fine. It's luck. It's 1,000% luck. You don't know what's going to happen. Your parents get divorced. Now you being split up between here and there and trying to move around. Your parents, somebody loses a job and now you're moving around here and there. You don't know what's going to happen, what's not going to happen. Maybe somebody gets sick, you get sick, whatever. It's luck. Becoming a professional athlete is 50% luck. Everything else is in that other 50%. That's the facts. And I'm not trying to, couldn't agree more. I could have been the next Jalen Hurts if it wasn't for my groin injury in kindergarten. 5'5", by the way. Hey, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Hey, but it's facts though. It's facts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's funny, but it is facts. If let's say he's 6'1", right? He's 6'1", doesn't take an injury, and he has athletic ability. Doesn't get the groin injury, right? Maybe his sophomore year, he destroys his ACL to where it's not possible to play again, or he has a hereditary injury that stops him from ever participating in sports again. I know a kid who started football his freshman year of high school on the offensive line, took an injury to his knee, ended his career. He was he had just started. He was midway through his freshman season playing varsity. So as a freshman, he came in, was able to make it on the varsity squad, play offensive line, took an injury. He's now in the military. Graduated in 2025. He is now in the military because that one injury stopped everything. it put a halt to everything. So when I say that a lot of it's luck, it is. When you go to college, college is a turkey shoot. College is 1,000% a turkey shoot. So you may show up and your head coach leaves. You may show up and you play, let's say you play baseball and you show up and most of the star players just graduated. This thing is going to look the way you want it to look. There's a D1 that couldn't afford to stay up there because of the NIL money and the revenue sharing. It just dropped to D3. So imagine the kids that went to that school. You got a scholarship to a D1. And before you showed up on day one, they dropped to D3. Not because they're not talented, not because they're not getting the right people, but because they couldn't compete financially. See what I'm saying? Like it's luck of the draw. Hold on. Eagles fan here, by the way. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm not mad at that at all. So it is, I need you to understand that give it your all and see what happens, right? Mental health amongst athletes is a terrible thing, right? So I want you to be prepared, right? I want you to understand, I'll bring on the Cows Club here in a second, but I want you to understand that today is the only day that matter. I'm big on philosophy. I'm big on things that bring meaning to life. And so this was another post that was sent to me, and I thought it was important. So you athletes, remember that it's not about yesterday. It's not about tomorrow. It's only about today. Don't worry about it. The rest will work itself out. Make the moves today for tomorrow. Don't worry about tomorrow till you get there, period, because it doesn't exist yet. But keep your mind right and understand that whatever happens tomorrow, you'll be okay.
Life is just one day. You're born in the one day, and you live in the one day. You die in the one day. Everything happening in the one day. Today is only your life. Yesterday is already dead. Too late. Tomorrow is not born. Too early. What you have is today. Today is the only life. Therefore, we need to make enjoy or happy every day, not next year. You don't say me, I want happy life. That's illusion. Don't say me, I just want to say, I want happy day. Once you have a happy day, I think you have a happy life.
Look, I need you to understand that, right? There's a lot of you athletes that are in high school and you're like, man, I don't have these D1 offers. But what you're forgetting to enjoy is the fact that today you're on varsity. Today you're playing. Today college is it's possible, right? In the future, college is possible tomorrow, but today you're missing today because you're worried about tomorrow. Don't miss today. I promise you, when you get to tomorrow, if you don't do it correctly and enjoy today, you will regret today. You can never go back and change it. You can never go fix it. You can never get another down. When you're in a game, when you're playing and you're participating, don't worry. Do your best. Do everything that you can do. Everything that you can do in that game, in that minute, on that day. Do everything that you can. If you stack enough of those, everything else will be okay. But some of you are worried about, I got to get this number and do this because this is what's required for this. No, just grind out today. Grind out today. Deal with tomorrow when it gets here. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, great. It's okay. It just doesn't matter. I'm sorry. And in the comments of that video, some people had missed the point. Some people were like, so I'm just going to spend all my money today so I'm broke tomorrow. No, that's not what it says, right? What it says is enjoy today. No one says don't have a future. Don't do today. You're doing what's necessary so that when you wake up tomorrow, you're a step closer to your future, but you got to do today. Some people come to practice and they're like, yo, I'm not feeling it today. I'll have a better practice tomorrow. What if you don't wake up tomorrow? The greatest scene in a sports movie was when Rocky was talking, when Rocky was in, I think it was Rocky 2, and he was fighting Clubber Lang. And when he went to the hood to go train, the very first thing that was said to him when he was like, I'll do this tomorrow, was that there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't actually exist. It doesn't. Today exists. That's the point. Today exists. When Apollo Creed told him there is no tomorrow, it was the greatest scene, and most people missed it. And I don't care if you're an athlete or a regular person. I don't care what it is you do. Today is your day. You woke up today, so do today. It might not be the best day. It might be cloudy. It might be raining. It might be snowing. It might be whatever. Your car might break down. Something might go wrong, but you're alive today. You can change all that today. You might not wake up tomorrow. So for you young athletes, I want y'all to grind. I want y'all to get it. I want you to do what you have to do. Let me bring that. It's a deep one, but let me bring the club in. Bop, 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 bop. Hey, man, you guys, we have these conversations. We have these conversations about worrying about what you could do today or in certain games or whatever. What do you think about the concept of that today is the day that you should be happy and to get what you need to get done, compared to putting something off to the next day?
I think it's very true because tomorrow is not guaranteed. So if you miss something you want to do today, it's not guaranteed that you could do it tomorrow. It's a possibility that you don't do it tomorrow. So you should have fun while you're doing it and do it that day.
I agree. Anybody else?
Yeah,
If you stress about, I agree, but if you get stressed about what happens the next day, you're just going to be stressed all week. And then when you have a chance to calm down, you're going to think about tomorrow. And I agree with that.
I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I think that we stress, I think that sometimes we stress about things that we can't change. And then when the thing pops up, you're like, I didn't even need to stress about that. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that serious, I know the first time that I had to go have surgery, I was stressed about surgery. I was like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be put to sleep. I don't know if I'll wake up. And then when I went, they were I think they just did 10 backwards. I don't remember any of the 10. I think I said the number 10, and then I woke up. And then I woke up and the thing was done. Everything was repaired and the thing was done. And it was I was worried about that. I spent a whole 2 weeks worrying about this thing, and it was over in an instant. And it's you can't worry about it, and I hope you guys are taking note of that and living your life like that. Let's see, one day at a time. Facts. Absolute facts. Absolute facts. Let's say that. You're about to start filming your show. Are you guys nervous about that?
I'm a little bit nervous because
Yes.
based on how big it gets, I'm just worried about the audience. I'm not worried about what I do. I'm just worried about the audience and who's in the audience and what they're saying, how they're reacting to what we do and stuff. It's just the audience I'm more worried about than anything else.
But you can't control that.
Exactly.
I don't care what the audience say. The thing I'm most nervous about is how the first episode's gonna come out. If we have some little issues recording wise, by the time it's supposed to be out and it's not out. That's what I'm nervous for.
Why? But you can't control that. That's what we were just talking about.
I'm nervous.
See what I'm saying?
I'm nervous because what about if I forget my line and it's just that one time that you have to that you forget it.
Makes sense. But again, it won't be. You guys filmed your video for the music. It didn't work that way. So I would say that basically what I was just showing and what I was talking about, you guys are already doing that, which is you're starting to worry about things that don't like you can't control. The fans are going to be the fans. Somebody that wants to be negative is going to be negative. If you forget your line, you're going to forget your line, and it's not going to matter because you can get another chance to do it. If it for some reason doesn't come out on the day it's supposed to, movies do it all the time. You push it back a week, it'll be fine. You guys get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let me continue, bro.
Coach.
Like I got y'all dialed in.
Coach,
What's up?
can I give a shout out to someone?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to give a shout out to my aunt because today's her birthday.
So you're not gonna say her name?
Her name is Cindy.
Okay. Anybody else need to give a shout out?
I want to give a shout out to my mom, shout out to my parents.
Okay.
You know, just like taking their time, like off their job, like for this opportunity.
Anybody else?
Well, I want to give a shout out to you for giving us this opportunity to be on the show and introduce to everybody.
Oh, bro, I appreciate it. But yeah, it's again, I love what I do. So that part I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Absolutely. But you know, you guys are the ones doing the thing. All right, man. Let me click back in. I'll get back to y'all. Oh, somebody said happy birthday. So there you go. Hey, I want to give a prayers up to my neighbor, Greg. His wife went to the hospital. She was taken out last night by ambulance. I'm not sure what's wrong yet. I'll find out today. A shout out and prayers to you. I hope everything is okay. You know, I have fantastic neighbors, and I'm not trying to. One, I don't want new neighbors, and two, they're good people. Like they're kind, lighthearted, good people. So Greg, I hope your wife is doing okay. And then shout out to my in-laws. Look, man, I don't family is tricky at best, right? And if you know me, you know how I stand. I don't believe that blood makes you family. I believe that choosing makes you family. Some of us wouldn't. Some of us wouldn't. Oh, you're okay. Your nephew just said happy birthday, so there you go. And gave you a shout out. So I don't believe that family is what you're born to. I believe family is a choice. Now, family can still be the people that are blood when you make a choice and you get to know them and you're like, you know what, I really like this person. So, you know, we dialed in and they like you and y'all click like that. But I don't believe that people that I didn't know and I didn't choose get to be my family. But the people that choose, like you know what I'm saying, I think are fantastic and do what they do. And I know that. For me, the in-laws have dialed like they make it where hard times are hard times. You know what I'm saying? They've dialed in ways that that sometimes real parents don't even do. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. Most times real parents don't even do. So I'm feeling it. And I just want to shout out to them, Herb and Kathy, for what they do and that it's always appreciated, and that they hold the family down. All right, man. Let's keep it moving. I've never called them by their names, so just mom and dad. I felt funny saying it. It was weird to me. It didn't feel right coming. It didn't feel right coming out of my mouth. So yeah, mom and dad. There you go. Let's keep it dialed. Let's go. Oh, I wanted to do the volleyball one, right? So I was gonna put this up last week. For some of you guys that are worried about how much you pay a trainer, or should you be paying this, or should you be paying that? I'm not saying everybody is worth it, but look, you need one. If you don't have one, you're gonna have problems, and the road's gonna be a little bit harder. And to get the right one, it costs. Sometimes people want to be cheap, and if you get if you get somebody that has the courts, if it's basketball or volleyball or something like that, or they got a wrestling gym and they teach wrestling, or it's football, I got the weight room and everything, right? It costs to do that. And some people want to nitpick and lowball you, and it's disrespectful. And it's like, no, because what you don't understand is the value of what you're getting. It's easy to be the man or woman at the park with a few cones. It's harder to do this thing for real. So I just wanted you guys to see this because I thought this was an eye opener.
Okay, volleyball parents, I need to know something ASAP. I reached out to a reputable trainer here in Las Vegas, and she finally responded to me and provided her pricing. The first package is 5 sessions for $850, and that includes the court fee as well, like the gym. The highest package is for 30 sessions, and that is $5,000, and that also includes like the court. I need somebody to let me know if that is expensive for training, or does that sound about right? I'm trying to get my daughter to the next level. She will be doing club in the fall, so I am starting now with getting her private training. So I need y'all to let me know.
Look, she's right. And like you heard her say, we're serious about it now. We're trying to move. She wants her daughter to go to the next level. She understands the assignment. She understands she needs a trainer, somebody that's going to take her daughter to do these different things. And the price for someone who has access to courts indoor is going to cost you more than somebody that's like me at the sand pit. You know what I'm saying? I actually believe, well, there was a coach that got in there that's out here in Vegas, and she was like, yeah, that's the price. She was like, I actually charge more than that person. So I told you, the success rate of athletes used to have parents that were professional athletes, grandparents that were professional athletes or Olympians or something, right? Collegiate athletes. The people that can pay for the people up here, the people that can pay to get the same access as the people whose kids or have legacy and pedigree, right? These people damn near even playing ground with these people. Then there's the people that are hungry, that they're starving. They don't have a choice but to make it. That's all they got in life. That's the next big layer. Then it's the people that just go through life and they working hard. Like, they're not lazy. They're doing everything that they're supposed to do. They think that they're on time and they cannot figure out why they are not being seen, why coaches are not acknowledging them, why they don't have the same access as the people that were above. It is who you know. It's who you use and who you know. This is a business. The college is a business. Period. I've told you, most collegiate athletic departments are becoming LLCs for tax write-offs. Most are becoming LLCs for business operations, right? I believe that in the next 7 to 10 years, you're going to start seeing a couple of colleges be publicly traded because they're bringing in that much money. I mean, I think it was Yale or Harvard has a $9 billion surplus that's there to help the school whenever they need it. You're going to start seeing these things. This is how it's going to play out. This is a business. And I was talking to somebody about pyramid schemes. You hear the word pyramid scheme and you're like, oh my God, Bernie Madoff, blah, blah. No. Every company is a pyramid scheme. I need you to understand this. And that's including college and everything else. It's all a pyramid scheme. Whenever you have a sole person at the top, everything else trickles down. Excuse me. So realistically, when you're trying to get to college, if you could get access to that head coach, fantastic. Quality time with that head coach, conversation, right? Most times that's not going to happen. So below that in the pyramid, you're trying to get access to some of the assistant coaches. If you can't, you're just trying to get to the recruiting department. At some point, you're just trying to get a hold of anybody in the school to try to set up something that will give you access to the opportunity. You understand? It's all a pyramid. Everything is a pyramid. The only thing that makes it different is whether or not you can, you get real value for what the pyramid does. Okay. That's what matters. And that's what having certain connections and trainers do. It just does. My son's trainer used to tell his friends to be close and stay close because he's a QB and will always need receivers. So they are getting free training if they just show up. Facts. And to be seen. Facts. That's how that thing plays out. That's how it plays out, right? That's what happens. If you could just get that access, those opportunities. If you see somebody else that's on those other two levels, grab onto their coattails. If you're a kid at the same age, grab onto their coattails and just rock with them. If they're shooting at the courts, they need somebody to shoot with, get rebounds, do whatever. Go do that. You're gonna get some of that information because you're present. You understand? You're not, it's how it works, man. It's how the whole thing works. We did AI. Oh, let's go to AAU. Look, I'm all about basketball in general. Like, I love the sport. I was really good at it too. But it is one of those things where I don't understand today. So I'm gonna run two back to back, but this is a high school coach talking about going to watch AAU because he wanted to go support some players and what he saw with the system.
I think we need to come together as a basketball community and admit that AAU basketball is two things: a money laundering scheme and extortion. I'm going to tell you about my experience today so that you understand why I'm saying this. Now, as a high school basketball coach, I'm not an AAU basketball coach, but as a high school basketball coach, I like to go out and see my players' progress in the off season. So that's where AAU basketball to me is relevant, because I like to watch my players. So I went out today. Now let's talk about before you even get in the building. This tournament did not offer a day pass, which means you get a weekend pass only, which means they force you to pay $50 to get in, and your ass might not even make it to the next day. Extortion. So I got in. I'm watching my kid play, and I drift off to the other court. Bradley Bill Elite is playing. Bradley Bill's coaching. Shout out to him if he ever somehow sees this. The score was 60-8. I don't blame the kids. I don't even blame the parents. At the end of the day, they want to give their kid an opportunity, which I can understand. This is on the coaches. This is on the event coordinators. Because the problem is this: AAU has become so oversaturated, it's killing American basketball.
Hey, I agree. I had a situation. There was a young lady that played basketball and volleyball out of Washington. She had been on my show. She had made it in Trapaya magazine. They were playing here in the Valley. She really wanted me to come out. I do that. Like, if you're in the Valley, hit me, just let me know. And I'm gonna come out. I've gone to like Leilani Phillips. I went to her soccer tournament out here. If you're in the Valley, you're going to be playing in Vegas, just let your boy know. Or even if you playing up in, what's that stupid city up north? There's some other casinos. Like, I only been here for a few years, but there's another, like, going towards Utah. There's not Reno. Well, hell, it doesn't matter. There's another little casino town on the way to Utah. And like, if you're playing 7-on-7 or something up there, you want the big fella to come through, I'll come through, right? But this young lady came down and was playing basketball, and I went to go watch her play. And Mesquite, that's it, Mesquite. If you're playing in Mesquite, hit your boy. I went to go watch her at the convention center. They wanted $60 to come in to watch for the weekend. I'm like, look, I'm here and I'm giving y'all some pub. I'm a record while I'm here. So I'm gonna record. I'm all, that's going to help promote the whole tournament as a whole. I'm here for this young lady, blah, blah. And they were like, that's what they charge everybody. And I was like, even media? And they were like, it's all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, so no. Because I think that's dumb. As a parent, if I'm paying thousands of dollars to travel and to be my kid on the team and everything else, then why the hell am I having to pay 60 for a weekend, 50 for a weekend, plus parking? And if my team doesn't make it to day 2, I just paid for nothing because they didn't even make it to day 2. Soccer too, tried to go to an event and they charged to get in. Facts, at an outdoor field. That's facts. I know my son was playing in an all-star game, all-American game down in Texas, and the dude that was throwing it tried to charge the parents to come in and see the game. I was like, oh, hell no. We're not about to do that. We just paid all this money to get over here, do all this other stuff, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I do not support his anything. You know what I'm saying? He's been around for decades. But I don't support anything because I thought I was like, that's nonsense, realistically. And it was just stupid, right? If the kids, I get if you got to charge outside fans, but why are you charging the parents like that? So AAU, I don't, look, Mark and Kevin, they have, like, Mark, we still got to get his credentials to him, but Kevin has credentials, and still it doesn't matter. Like, some of these tournaments don't let you in. We're trying to work all that kind of stuff up out, but even some of the local athletic associations, same thing. Certain games, like state championship games, they want to be funny about. And it's like, what are we talking about right now? Don't you need the publicity for your little state championship that no one else cares about in any other state? Let's make those things. There's no. Let me just, now you done got me on my soapbox, so I have to say this. So, youth football out here, NYS, they suck. And I'm gonna have to say that because I was gonna go out to a tournament that they were having, and when I hit the guy up, right, that I'm not gonna say his name. Yes, I am, Ben. So when I hit that fool up, right, and was like, I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna film, it's gonna be good for you guys. Now, mind you, Complete College Prospects has done this with colleges left and right, and they're like, oh my God, yeah, you have access to the school, you have access to the program, come do the film, blah, 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 just get us a copy. Colleges are like, yeah, come do the thing, right? Our camps, everything. So now, mind you, there's no fee for the parents or fans to watch the game. It's free. There is no charge. There's no parking. There's no charge to watch the game. He wanted $100. He wanted $100 from anybody in media to come film. I just want to let that sit there for a little bit. You're killing the ability for your programs to be seen and to have people promote them. You want 100, it's free. I can film it from the stands for free. And if I want access to the athletes, I can have access to the athletes before they ever come into the stadium. And I got to put it in further perspective. When I pull up to the games, they know who security and everybody knows who I am. They open, I get extra gates open, right? There's extra gates they open. I get in, boom, I park my car by itself. And like just different stuff, right? They already know. And yet he wants to charge $100 for field access to a free event. I agree that this is a money scam, a money laundering scam, because you should want all the publicity you could get. You should want people to promote what you do, take some pride in it, get more enrollment in this situation, have more kids come out and want to play and participate. Because I truly believe in young athletes, young men and women participating in sports. When I was a kid, we used to have the President's Challenge. So you had to do like this fitness thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where you had to push-ups and sit-ups and climbing a rope, which I could never do. And like all this stuff, right? You used to have to do. They don't do. Gym is actually choice now. I don't know if most of you know that, but you don't have to take gym in high school anymore. Like it's you could just choose to take it. You can take other things that will replace gym, which is madness to me, right? So I don't understand it. I don't understand the fees. I get it. People are like, well, they got to pay venue fees and all that. No. But I also think that a lot of you athletes are playing year round for basketball for sure, and you're missing the chance to do some other things. I'm bringing y'all right back, Chaos Club, after this video. But look, my man's been playing forever, super famous, well respected in the game, and this is what he had to say.
When I was a kid, 14 years old, I would go to the park and the men would take my ball. We had no money, but my parents always bought the best athletic gear they could. And they would take my ball and play, and they wouldn't let me play because I was 14. Midway through the day, runs are thinning out. Big Mags, you want to come play a little bit? Sure, so I go and play. If I don't make them lose, the next day I get picked a little bit earlier. If I make them lose and they got to sit out for a while, they're not picking me again. But I'm playing against men. And at the time I'm 15, they see me coming. Hold up, here comes Mags. I'm going to pick him. When I'm 16, they're going, I got Mags. I know he's going to come because he's going to be my number one pick. By the time I'm 17, I can't play with those men anymore because I'm better than they are. I got to go play at Notre Dame every day against those college players. By the time I'm 18, everybody on the park's going talking about, Mags used to play here. Who made me a player? Did I make me a player, or did those men make me a player from 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? We don't have that today. Kids are in their own age group. They're being developed by the same guys. They're running drills around cones ad nauseum, and they're not playing enough pickup basketball.
Look, Mags is correct in the fact that, and I think it's the same regardless, right? Basketball, football. I always laugh when someone's like, "Oh, are we going to do cone drills like this or like this?" I'm like, you can go to the dude that does that at the park. It looks good. It makes for good clips, I guess, but it's not going to get you where you're trying to go. You don't understand operating in a real circumstance, right? Building strength, working, when you do drills, doing them in a real environment to try to do whatever. And then the most important thing he said was playing against older kids or older men and women is going to help you. If you play volleyball, don't just play at your level. Go find a gym where they play volleyball and go play against the older women. You're going to get so much better. You're going to get crushed at first, but you're going to be so much better. I told you when I left Colorado, football, great. Basketball, I'm still rated as one of the top 50 players that ever play in the state of Colorado. And that is, and all of that football and basketball was always playing against older people and doing things against older people. And even when I decided to go over to boxing for a while, it was the same thing. You always want to compete against people that are way better than you so you can learn quick. I got kids that I'm sending to football camps. I'm not sending them to their age group. Some of them I'm bumping up 2 years because I don't believe that you can learn at your level. If you're learning at your level, you're not. If you're learning with the same people you're competing against, then you're all learning the same thing. So then you can't possibly be better than them. You're getting the same reps. You're getting the same information. So the kids that I train, I always bump them up because I want them to be 2 years, 3 years above where they are. So that they're learning at a higher clip. They're facing bigger people. They're not intimidated. So when they come down to their level to play games during the season, they're looking at their competition like they're a joke because they just got banged around by these way bigger, older kids. And now they know they could come down and dominate at their age group. You know what I'm saying? I also am one of those people, if you got to look, I said to my people all the time, and I'm going to tell you, here's the other trick. My son always played up facts. The other trick is this. If you have a trainer and your trainer is talking to you, if they're using the lingo of your age group, if they're teaching you at your age group, then that is not the right trainer. I've had 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds that I'm like, okay, cool. I'm still going to bump you up to like a high school senior. We're going to train like that. The weight will be proportionate. Everything will be to what you need to do. We're going to make sure we do this and this, but I need to have you training up here so that you're dominating down here. And then over the years, they just become so dominant because they've stacked days and years of competing at a higher level. And so when at their level, they're just devastating. They're absolutely devastating. That's just how it is. And so if you're working with someone and they're teaching you at your level, go to someone else or give them the opportunity and say, hey, don't teach me down here. I need you to teach me up here. And if they're capable, they'll do it. If they don't, then you need another trainer. That's the facts. Let me bring the Chaos Club in. Hey, fellas, how do y'all feel? Because all of these dudes train and do other things. So how do you feel about the idea of training at a higher level or training at your age level?
It's like training at a higher level, like it prepares us like for like all the challenges and like all like the stuff that you're gonna get like in the future. So like it like mentally prepares you, physically prepares you, and yeah, like it just prepares you for like all the stuff that's gonna happen like in the future. And yeah.
Okay, who else was saying something?
If you train for a bigger level, it's going to show you technique, and it's going to show you how to do stuff more better. And if you do be with your group age, you're just learning the same thing, and they're going to just be the same, and you're just going to be like
Alejandro. You?
I think if you like have competition with your age level, is not realistic, because in real life, like, well, it is real life, but in the NFL, there's no age group. There's always adults 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years older than you, but yeah, you're still playing with them in the NFL.
I agree with that. With you guys training at a higher level, would you say that you've seen that it makes you more dominant at your own age group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'll get back to y'all. I got like 2 more videos I want to bang in there but right now we're going to coast. Mark Gibson. I thought I got rid of that other one. Yeah, we're going coast to coast. Mark Gibson. He got some great athletes in here. Here's what I like about Mark and Kevin. Again, they don't just send basketball or football. They send track. They send all kinds of stuff. We've had gymnastics, and I love it because there's athletes that do everything, and it's well respected. If you're an athlete, you're respected on this show. I know it's the same over at Complete College Prospects and everything else. That the fact that you're an athlete or a student, it means something. And so we're in full support. Again, I'm bashing everybody else. Like, I'm going to war. So like CBS for 24/7, they only deal with mainly basketball and football when it comes to the rating side. And then when it comes to rivals, same thing. It's mainly just football. So, an NCSA, I just have no words for. But this is how this thing works, So I'm happy that we do it the way we do it. And I'm happy that the guys that are out there are taking that to heart and running and making sure we find the absolute best athletes that need to be seen.
From the baseline to the logo, you know the name. Mark Gibson, go coast to coast, coast to coast. If you got skill, he'll find it out. Day after day, that's the Gibson way, blowing the mains on the Who's Up Next show. Mark Gibson, go coast to coast, coast to coast. If you got heart, then let it show. Day after day, that's the Gibson way. If you got diamond, he gon' know. From the crowd out to the packed out stands. If you hustle on the hardwood, he got eyes on the lane. From the east side jails to the west side court, seeking up the never sitting like a highlight sport. Spin move, step back, crowd go nuts. He already seen the tape, he don't need no luck. If he running in the dark, running extra drills, he gon' pull up, sit back, say I like that skill. Mark Gibson, go coast to coast, coast to coast. If you got skill, he'll find it out. Day after day, that's the Gibson way, blowing them names on the Who's Up Next show. Mark Gibson, go coast to coast, coast to coast. If you got heart, then let it show. Day after day, that's the Gibson way. If you got Damien, he gon' know. Small town kid with the taped up shoes to the city park star on the evening news. If you like him in, running lines all summer, he gon' pull your clip, make it far rank number from the back. Boy gang to the shot clock buzz, every sleeper in the gym, yeah, you know who was. If you want that shine, that'll bring that fire, 'cause Mark Gibson now, he'll build a future empire. Mark Gibson, go coast to coast, coast to coast. If you got skill, he'll find it out. Day after day, that's the Gibson way, blowing them names on the Who's Up Next show. Mark Gibson, go coast to coast, coast to coast. If you got heart, then let it show. Day after
I don't know if you look, the two track athletes, you already know the Pauls, that it's a family of them. But the two track athletes were crazy dominant. The young man's going to, I think it was Northern Oklahoma State. And then the Paul sister is only in 8th grade, and her dominance is crazy. I don't know if you've ever done the hurdles, but they're terrifying. I was a sprinter. When the coach wanted us to try the hurdles, I no. You know what I'm saying? When they go down serious, and his absolute dominance at it was insane. Absolutely insane. And so I really the athletes that they sent, both Mark and Kevin, they're record breakers. They're definitely college athletes. And they dominate in their sports, and they find them. They find them in these nooks and crannies, and I love it, man. I absolutely love it, and I'm proud to be partnered with those guys, and getting this information and these athletes out there. I just, yeah, man, it's I love it. I absolutely love it. Let me see if I got any other joints in there to put up. Bing, bing, bing. Hey, man, I got to hit my favorite people. Yeah.
We up. Who's up next? They up. Let's go. Hey, early bus, late shoe, new flame, name tag hanging like a gold chain. Hey. Mama in the stand, got her both hands raised. Coach yelling out, this your big game. Wheelchair, track spikes, high hope, rims, lanes, bright paint, white smoke, whole world say can. They say watch this, turn every doubt to a target, they drop quick. Who's up next? Who's up next? Whole crowd on their feet, that's respect. Every lane, every court, every rep, we don't fall, we flex. This is our time, yeah, this our set. Special hearts, heavy metals on the chest. We don't guess, we say it with our chest. Who's up next? Who's up next? We up, yeah. Handshake, fist bump, same dream. Different path, same fight, same team. Got a runner in blaze, got a hooper on wheels, got a swimmer on the blocks, chasing real feels. Camera lights, blue shirts say who's up. Big screen, show the grind, not the luck. Every try, every fall, they would stand tall. Turn too small, do I want it all?
Welcome back. It's your boy, the big fella. It's the Who's Up Next show. We had the Chaos Club on deck today. We lost Vicky earlier. She had a performance to go take care of. I know she's out there killing it. Hey, man, remember, if you like the show, hit the button, subscribe, especially over on YouTube. Do your thing. That way you never miss a show in case we forget to put the information out there or something. You're locked in. Share with your friends. Do what you do, because the layout's going to continue to change with this new engineer situation and what we're promoting and how we do it and everything. So yeah, man, lock in and dial in. Let me click in. But as far as I love that video because, when it comes down to it, I fully support our partnership with the Special Olympics. I love it. I'm proud of it. Between the show, Complete College Prospects, the whole firm, and us just being dialed in with the Special Olympics. You guys have got to catch it June of this year. So we're a month away from seeing some special athletes do some special things and compete. And I promise you, if you get a chance to watch it, if you just take a second to watch it, you will be amazed. You will be absolutely amazed at the skill and talent that these athletes have and how they persevere. I promise you. All you got to do is give it a chance. That's it. That's all you got to do. Give it a chance, and I think you'll never not want to watch it in the future. Shout out to the magazine. Thank you for including my recipes. Of course, Naughty Bohemian locked in recipes on Trapian magazine, cookbook coming out in September. So towards the end of summer. So look for that. Yeah, we dialed in. All right, club. So I'm gonna let y'all give shout outs because I think your aunt just jumped on. Adrian, so you want to give you a shout out again?
Yeah. Happy birthday, Dia.
Okay. Anybody else? Yeah, you got another shot at this.
I want to say thank you to you, my parents, everyone that is watching and supporting us. and just thank you for this opportunity.
Cool. None, Julian?
Nah, I don't got anything else.
So just your parents, you dialed in, that's it? No
Yeah.
fam bam, nothing else? You good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're close to getting up out of here. It was awesome having you guys on the show for sure. We definitely will do it again, especially when the video's ready for the Chaos Club. Got to have you guys on here to premiere that thing. Again, oh, you know what? I wish Victoria was on here, but I'm gonna let you guys do it. When the time comes to look for that fifth kid, what are you guys looking for? Since it'll be open auditions for that fifth kid, what are you looking for in that person when it's time?
I'm looking for.
You could
One
go.
of y'all go.
Me.
Go.
Oh, Andre. I'm looking
You
for
could
Go ahead, Adrian.
Okay. I'm looking for if they can like be along with us and like and not be like mean to us.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Like if they're able to like vibe and like just like have fun, like just like hang out with us, like just like be a cool vibe and just have like good chemistry with each other and be able to like make good memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hondro?
I just look for her or he, whoever it is. I just look for them. Well, I just look for them to fit in and like not to be shy, because like the Chaos Club includes a lot of like, not, I wouldn't say pressure, but it involves a lot of responsibilities depending on your role.
Okay. All right. Well, you heard it here. You know what I'm saying? And we'll give Vicky's side of the thing. You know, when that time comes, I'll announce it here on the Who's Up Next show, and we'll have open auditions. They're pretty much trying to film the whole rest of the year throughout the summer so that it'll show for the rest of the year till 2027. And then they'll start filming again in 27, which is when that other kid will be on, but they're going to be filming all summer. And it's going to be locked. So, hey man, thank you guys for coming on the show. I really appreciate you. You know, we're going to chop it up soon. I'll message y'all as soon as I get off the show. Anything else y'all want to say?
No.
No?
Nothing.
All right, then. That's Alejandro out. Adrian?
Nothing.
All right, he's out. What you got, Julian?
Nothing.
All right, man. Hey, it's your boy. You know what it is. Look, as a family, as a firm, you know, we are here to support young talent in every way possible. Complete College Prospects tentacles go long and far, right? Whether it's the CCP Media Network, Blueprint Studios, the Who's Up Next show, Trapine Magazine, CCP as a fam in general, and then the firm. It is the place for your student or your student athlete to be. That's facts. What they're going to get here when it comes to their future is second to none. The opportunities that are going to be presented are second to none, and it's only going to continue to grow. 2026 is started out as a good year for CCP, and I know it's going to turn into a great year with the new direction we've gone in, with some assistance, and how we're going to move from here moving forward. And so, look, your boy is proud of this thing, proud of what we've accomplished, and you know, yeah. I've never added in shout outs at the end of the show except to the fans that watch the show, and the people that are always dialed in. And I'm always going to do that because I love you guys, right? But again, shout out to, prayers to my neighbor for his wife, and a shout out to mom and pop for holding it down all the time, no matter what happens. They just, for their kids, they always hold it down, period. And so, you know, I want to give them a shout out because otherwise life could be complicated for sure. Your boy might, I mean, I'm not gonna miss a show regardless, but waiting to hear. I see my 2 doctors this week. I got to get neck surgery. But even if I do, I'm still gonna be on the show. That's how much I love you guys. That's how serious I take my job to come in here and promote these athletes and these writers and these recruiters. Like that's how important it is to me that I'll make sure the surgery's in the middle of the week. So I'm up and rolling on Sunday, even if I got to wheel myself in here and sit in this chair and just do what I do. Because that's how important. We don't have time to waste when it comes to getting these kids where they need to be, and opening up these doors. Or, well, we are the door, so we ain't opening up anything but opening up opportunity for these kids to succeed in life and to chase their dreams. Look, I love you guys. I do. You know what I'm saying? You're part of the guerrilla army. I enjoy the opportunity that you give me, that you provide me. You can see how I feel when people thank me and I'm like, don't thank me, but I don't want to be rude. So I'm like, you know, it makes me feel funny because I'm like, it's not me. You're giving me a gift. Everybody that comes on the show gives me a gift because they give me an opportunity to make a difference. And every time you guys tune in and watch the show, you give me an opportunity to make a difference. And for me, that's something that's important in my life, is that I have an opportunity to make a difference, to pay back, to pay forward what was done for me and for my brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that's to come in and open up the doors in people's lives. Whether you're an adult and we open up something for you to have a job or to become a writer or become a recruit, like whether we do that, whether we promote your brand, whether you're a parent and we give you information and we help you do your thing, whether we give your kid a spotlight or your student a spotlight, or we get them into college, that is, I owe a debt. I owe a debt that can never be repaid from some great men and women who came into my life, and continue to come into my life and make changes and help me take one step in front of another, put one foot in front of another, and take a step and a step and a step. And because of that, I owe the universe, I owe the world, I owe. And so thank you so very much for tuning in and giving me the opportunity to pay that forward. I love you guys. I'm the big fella. I'm out. I'll see y'all next Sunday.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the show. Laughs and games before you go. From the first to the final. No flex. You know who's up. You know who's next. Yeah! You're part of the guerrilla army now. Hey, lock in. Stand tall. Be proud. Hit that sub. Share it all around. The guerrilla general loves a soldier.